let's have a conversation about a hot topic in Estonia right now. Estonia is being invaded by Pagulased.
Foreigners.
It's actually not that bad.
Foreigners.
Estonia is
Foreigners.
being invaded by Pagulased.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Estonia is being invaded by refugees. That's what he meant.
Real.
That Estonia is being invaded by refugees.
Yeah,
That's
refugees.
what Pagula said.
It's the same.
So they are really worried about 1.3 million Estonians are really worried about their asses actually. But the thing is that Estonia is really far from everything. So I think
Actually,
well, in my opinion, if you guys ask me generally, then my opinion is refugees shouldn't come here because it's totally different country, atmosphere, weather, culture, language. Over here.
But what do you think about people say there are so little Estonians, the nation will fade away?
That's why I'm here. Take my sperm. Make babies.
So it will fade away. So Estonia would fade away.
No, they won't fade away. But at least from my sperm, they can make babies. A lot of babies, really.
Oh yeah. So,
Yeah, once
so
you-
Estonia as a country. will
One
stay-
time, I'll give you just 100 grams of my sperm, and you
Yeah.
can make like 100 babies, and
Yeah.
they don't have to know that they are my babies.
But that's what people are kind of afraid of, that other cultures will like swallow this one. Like you make so many babies, it's gonna be called Ajaria. It's not Estonia. It's gonna be
It will be called
Ajaria.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
It will be Azerbaijan. But yeah,
Is it in your opinion? Is it how do I say a sensible fear that Estonians think their culture, their language, everything that is
will disappear.
will disappear
Yes, it's a sensible fear.
because it's actually really possible.
Yes, it's possible
But-
because we suffered the same thing when we accepted all these immigrants from India and from Afghanistan,
Pakistan, yeah.
Pakistan.
So it's a huge problem. So yes, Estonians are right. They have to protect their territory. They have to protect their language.
Could you come into the shot?
Yes, I have something to
But
say.
don't touch the table, please, man.
Okay.
This is like Mission Impossible. You can't
Come.
touch the lasers. Could you just like be here with us?
Okay.
Let's not make this a big deal. Let's just make this something. Yeah, come here also.
If you don't mind
What do you
me
guys
touching
want?
you.
We'll make this into a video.
Okay. My point was, I think that Estonia will not be overrun by too much immigrants. I think Estonia is already overrun by too much dumb politicians, because they are politicians that speak of the hordes of immigrants behind the border of Estonia. I don't see the hordes.
Well, you don't see it because you haven't traveled and you haven't seen.
No.
No, one L. J E M. What do you think? Is it even possible that Estonia won't fade away?
No,
Yeah.
Estonia won't fade away because Estonia had been invaded by many other countries as well. Denmark, Russia, Finland, Sweden. So, but even then, after 1,000 years, there is Estonia. There is Estonian language. I see all the books here, everything in Estonian. So you guys have saved everything by yourselves. I don't think that Estonia will fade away. But if I see your country, then I think you shouldn't increase your population. You just guys should have sex and just don't make babies. 1.3 million population for this.
Too many people
Yeah,
in one little place.
if this is a little place, I think if you'll have 3 million people in this small Estonia, then you'll have a problem. So, yeah, Estonia, the location.
Do we want more babies here? Do we want to increase
Well,
the
in
population?
Saaremaa, yes, definitely.
Let's talk about Pagulased again.
Hey, wait.
Pagulased!
Fuck you.
Pagulased!
Yeah, Pagulased. Well, I don't think that refugees should come to Europe anymore. Dubai
That
and
is enough?
Well, yes.
They should go to Dubai.
They should go to Dubai. They should go to Saudi Arabia.
Moscow.
I have a page on Facebook also that KSA and UAE should accept Muslim refugees, because all these Muslim refugees are coming from all these refugees actually are coming from Muslim countries. All of them are Muslims basically, if you see it. All these I lived in Dubai like 8 years. All these Arabs live there. They live like kings, and what they do, nothing. All other people work for them, and they can't accept even a single refugee, and then they talk about that they are Muslims. Shame on them. Shame on Dubai's sheikh. Shame on Saudi's sheikhs also. What do they think of themselves? They are not following, in my opinion, Islam even. So please like my page. KSA and UAE should accept Muslim refugees on Facebook. And I don't think that Europe has to accept any single refugee, and then they create problems here, and then they bomb, and because of course they have their different religion, they have different culture, language. Why they have to accept all Muslim things? They don't have to understand these
Also,
things.
I want to make clear, basically, you can be really sure that any brown person you see walking around in Estonia, he's not a refugee.
Yeah, that too. Well, I have been
He's
attacked.
not a refugee. Just
I
want to make
I
that
had
clear.
been attacked many times in Estonia. Oh, refugee.
Yeah.
Pagulased. Well, I'm not a refugee, but yeah, I live here like more than a year. But now I understand them, why they react like that. What is the problem? Why? I have never experienced these things before wherever I lived. So for me, it's something new. And yes, not all brown people or skin color shouldn't matter actually. And all brown people are not refugees, or different than Estonians are not refugees definitely, or something. I was working in a company like 4 or 5 months, and there were like small kids also working with me. And after I left the company, they were talking behind my back to everybody. Oh, in this company, one refugee guy worked also. I'll tell you about that. So, and I was laughing, and I was like, yeah, but it's not their fault. The basic thought in their mind comes is when they see a dark person or different skin color, they think he or she is a refugee. But no, it's not like that. People should change their opinion, and people should accept other skin color people also. I have really brown and pretty skin and eyes as well.
He's basically Estonia only now. He got it got its first refugees, right? A few, right?
I think
there was this piece of news.
Yeah, but I think they denied. They don't want to accept it.
No, they came. They said it. It's like 9 people.
Yeah.
9 to like a million. So what do they do here? My guess is they're studying in university, or they're doing business, or just living.
Yeah, well, not all brown people are refugees or something, but
Yeah,
but when they
basically you can be sure that none of them are,
yeah,
because there are so little. Your chances of running into one is basically 0. So basically every brown person you see, not a refugee, but what are they doing here? You have some friends. What are they doing here? Name a few examples.
well, let's say Tufel. Tufel came along with his wife, who is studying in Tartu University. She is doing some kind of PhD or something.
PhD in physics.
In physics. Well, I have seen many Pakistanis live here. None of them are. One I know, he's a refugee, but that's an exception. And he is from Pakistan. I was really surprised that he's from Pakistan and he came to ask for a refuge here, while Pakistan has no problem. I felt really very bad when he said he's a refugee and he wants to help refugees. What refugee? Pakistanis should never be refugee anywhere, because it's a peaceful country. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, there is no money, no work or something like that, but you will survive. You will never die because of hunger there. I will prefer to die in my country rather than going to some other nation and asking for asylum. What is this asylum for? It's completely unacceptable for me.
So one of who we mentioned, he is with his wife, came to Estonia so his wife could get a PhD, doctorate in physics. Then there was this one that is actually a bad example. It's not all black and white. There are people that are lazy asses. Estonians, Pakistani, everyone has their own. Could you name a third one?
Yar Mohammed, he is teaching in Tartu University also.
A teacher.
He's a teacher. He's a lecturer.
Professor.
A professor in Tartu University. And he's from Pakistan. Which short one?
You gave an interview together to some news.
Yeah. There is Indian.
Indian. So
Indian.
what's he doing here?
Well, he's with his family also. He's married to an Estonian.
Just fell in love. And
Yeah.
I can assure you that love is more than most Estonian men or women feel to each other, like husband and wife.
Well,
It-
when
it's
Indians
not-
and
it's not-
Pakistanis love, they love like Italians. Like,
Yeah.
oh, amore.
I can say this guy. I've met him. He is not using his wife for a chance to live a better life. He's not using. He had a business in India. He had it good. He came because he wants to be together with this person. For finishing the video, I want to ask, what are you doing here, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I also came to be with someone in Estonia. And just to let you know, guys, I lived in Dubai 8 years. And if you know how I lived my life in Dubai, you wouldn't want me to be here. But I left everything from there because I was sick of Dubai and I came here. I didn't like their laws. And I wanted to be with someone which I'm with now. And now, when somebody tells me a Pagulane or something, I get really offended because the way I lived in Dubai, very luxurious life, very expensive shoppings and cars and clubs, just it was a luxury life. But then I left that and I came here and somebody tells me I'm a refugee, then I want to kill myself. I want to live somewhere where I can feel nice weather or human rights, where everybody loves each other, they care about each other. Yeah, I feel it here sometimes, and sometimes, most of the time, I don't feel it.
So Ajar has to take a bus. We're signing out here. Margus, Tom, and Azhar.
And please like my page. KSA and UAE should accept Muslim refugees.
It's called like that.
Yeah,
KSA and UAE should accept Muslim refugees. Type it
Click
in.
like,
Click the like.
and then you will see me, and also you will like the page. If I have more likes, more people supporting my cause, maybe someday it will. I can also come to European Union Commission in Brussels and give a lecture also about this, because they have different ideas, but no, they have to go in a direction which is good for the future of other nations as well. Anyway, signing off now. Ciao.
Ciao.
Say ciao, Marcus.
Ciao.